Are we filming all of the wrap-up videos for the month on the 5th? Yes, we are. Because last week I had a headache, so I had no spoons. We're going to start with everything I don't know what order you're going to see this in, but I'm starting with everything that I bought for my media collections in February. So, we're going to start with books because they're right here. This is not the order I bought them, this is just all of the books. So, The Butterfly Effect, how Kendrick Lamar ignited the soul of Black America. You will also see this in my February wrap-up, or you will, depending on the order that I post these. So, yes, there's that. And I just started this, so you'll probably see this in my March wrap-up. Defend by Ali Hazelwood. I'm loving this so far. Look at the sprayed edges. If you still have not seen the sprayed edges for this thing, she's gorgeous. Next up, also a book you will have either seen or will see in my February wrap-up, Great Expectations by Vincent Cunningham. This was quite good. This is the paperback release. It's been out for it was on a lot of best books of last year lists. So I picked it up. Then we have Daredevil Born Again. This is the Marvel Premieres Collection edition that has a foreword by Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil in the TV shows, which is why I had to buy this copy, because I love him so much. I've never actually read this comic, so I'll probably read this in May. So you will see this again. Yes, there was a bookmark from the bookstore. I didn't realize that. That's funny, because it's been sitting in a pile for weeks now. Also, in books that I bought that I haven't read yet, we have The Siren's Call, how attention became the world's most endangered resource by Chris Hayes. This will be definitely an April read for me. So I'm very looking forward to this. Also in April reads, or books I'm going to read in April, we have Autopsy of an Ex Teen Heartthrob. I'm very excited. This is a book of poetry. And yeah, I'm very excited to read this. And that is all of the books that I bought in the month of, that's all the books I bought in the month of February, because I forgot that, hang on, these are the hardback editions of the Black Rose Auction. I do believe these are getting traditionally released as paperbacks. Not in this box, obviously. So we have Wicked Pursuits, Divine Intervention, which you will see that one in my February reads. We have Stolen Vows, Irresistible Devil. Then we have Shattered Innocence and Royal Heart, which you will see in my March wrap-up because I've already finished this one. I started it in February because it was the other Black author in this collection, and I was like, you know what will save me of this reading slump? Smut. I was right. It was that. The only thing my brain could process was nonfiction. And then I was like, these came in, and I was like, I guarantee you, at least one of these authors is Black. And I was right. And I then devoured Smut like it's my day job. I just recorded the first section, paused, thought that I was filming the second part, and then I wasn't. So, we're gonna talk about the tarot decks that I bought. I bought a handful because US Games was having a sale, and then I went to a metaphysical store, felt weird about not buying anything, so I bought 2 decks. So, we're gonna back up and talk about what the decks that I bought for the US Games. Luckily, I only have to talk about 2 of them. So, I got The Vampires by Lucy Cavendish with artwork by, I literally just looked this up, Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Now, I have seen this deck has been around a lot, and I've seen this deck before. I'm still not sure that this is my style, but I realized that I don't have a whole lot of gothic Halloween decks. In terms of oracles, I have a lot of tarot, but nothing that really fits the oracles. So the oracle pairings that I have are do not really match the vibes of the deck. They're gorgeous and they work, but I don't know, I just don't have anything. So I got this, and we'll see. I haven't used this really, but I am interested to see how it goes with those decks. So then I'm gonna really quickly show you the other one that I thought that I had shown you, and that is the Fyodor Pavlov Tarot. Trying not to knock over stacks of things. It's going poorly. Going very poorly. Anyway, so mild warning for nudity. These are the gold edges, the backs. My favorite death card probably ever, or at least one of my favorite death cards. I had seen this deck a little bit before it was mass market, and I wasn't sure that it was gonna be a deck that I would use. And then when it became mass market and I saw everyone using it, I was like, actually, I think I really like this deck. And I do. I really love this deck. There's something about it that I just love. And if it weren't for the fact that this deck feels... I mean, like, obviously, I probably could use it, like, in other months. I don't know. I feel like this will end up slotting itself into February for me in the same way, like, the Lover's Path does. But I don't know. We'll see. I have another tarot deck that I definitely want to work with in March. But I also... We're 5 days into March, and I haven't really decided what decks I want to use. At all. I haven't looked at, like, my floral stuff. I normally pull out, like, my floral tarots and oracles and stuff, and I haven't had the spoons to really, like, look at what maybe I want to use, because that collection's gotten bigger, and I have some new ones this year. I also have another one that I'll show you in a second that I might want to use, because to me it gives spring vibes. I don't know. Also part of the US Games sale, I also got the Mirror Soul Oracle. I've seen this one mainly in some of the tarot discords that I'm in, and it's so pretty. It's got these silver edges, and let me see if I can, there we go. And it's just very pretty. Again, I haven't really used, these oracles literally came in, I did like my introductory readings with them, and they went into the drawers that I keep my tarot oracle, because I knew that they were not going to be used in February, so, but yeah. This is very much just such a gorgeously set deck. I'm so glad that I have it, because I cannot wait to pair with things. Okay, so then because it's on my lap and the elements on my lap, while I was at the metaphysical store, I got the Litha Seasons of the Witch. I'm still missing, I think, 2 now. But these are the backs, the gilded edges. Yeah, I think I'm still missing the one that just came out, and then I think I'm missing 1 more. But my goal is to eventually have all of them. But yeah, I'm very excited about this one. But yeah. There's something, I don't really feel like, I always like don't really talk about these decks, because I feel like everyone either knows about them or has seen them or owns them, like, so I don't really feel like I have anything to add to the conversations that are already happening. But then, and I wasn't sure, I've gone back and forth on whether or not I was gonna ever own this deck, because, so I actually got the big box set, that has like the big book, although it's slightly like dented here, but also this thing's a pain in the butt to put back in here. But I did get the Goddess Tarot by Chris Welderlin. I have the Lover's Path, and I have trimmed my Lover's Path down to like a pocket size, which you've probably seen if you've seen my channel. And weirdly enough, these borders here don't bug me as much as the ones for the Lover's Path. So I think I'm just going to trim off the white, because the white's on all sides. But I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. I think I'm going to work with this for a little bit before I like decide one way or the other. I will say though, I went back and forth on this deck for a while, because I was worried that it was going to compete with the Lover's Path because it's the same artist. But this one feels more spring, summer to me, whereas that one feels more winter. And I can't explain why. I will say though, while these borders don't bug me as much, it still really bugs me that like this art is so tiny. But yeah, anyway, I have it now. I actually am thinking about using this month. But again, I haven't really thought about what tarot decks or oracle decks even I want to use this month. So like, but let's quickly talk about DVDs. because I got a few this month. I'm trying to think if we'll just do the order up to here. I'm not gonna like, okay. So this first one, I'm not gonna lie, I got because I was buying something else, and I threw it in here because the second one's coming out. The sequel's coming out in April, so I was already gonna rewatch it anyway, and I was like, well, I might as well just own it. Which is why I now own The Accountant. I don't. It's fine. This movie's fine. Honestly, it's passable. It's a fun action film. The things I remember are what things I didn't like about it for the most part. But you know, here we are. I just realized though that this like bottom is cracked. That's wild. I knew it was dinged up a little bit when I got it, but like that's wild. I don't really care though. I mean, although I did realize I just forgot a DVD, so I know how I forgot one of my favorite movies of last year because it wasn't so. All of these and The Accountant live in the same section of my bookshelf or my DVD shelf because they are shows or TV shows or movies starring my summer crushes. This is my favorite movie of last year, and I forgot it because it wasn't in that section. But anyway, I now own Nosferatu. I'm very excited. I love this movie so much. All of the gothic horror vibes, please and thank you. Then I finally managed, I realized that season 2 of Kin is finally available in physical media. So I bought, this is one of my favorite TV shows like ever. Season 2 was, having finally now watched it, equally as good as season 1. I am so sad this is not more accessible in the States. But again, it is one of my favorite TV shows, just like ever, and I really wish more people could watch this. Because it's so good. If you're looking for like a really fun, good, solid, I say fun in like, it's not fun. It is dark, it is heavy, it will cause you to feel things, but if you are looking for like a genuinely good crime drama, I can't recommend Kin enough. Like, 10 out of 10 notes. I have joked, and I say joked. It's more that there's not enough, there's only 2, so it's not enough of a sample to be a definitive rule. But if you take Samantha Thompson, why did I say her name wrong? Samantha Thomas and her husband, and put them on a show together, it's probably my favorite TV show. Because they met, so her husband is Charlie Cox, and they met while she was her producer on Daredevil, and that's one of my favorite TV shows, and Kin's one of my favorite TV shows. Like, it's just something about it, man. I can't explain it. And also things that I love that I can't explain. We have King Arthur, Legend of the Sword. This movie is wild, and if you've never seen it, I don't know what to tell you. I also don't know what to tell you if you like King Arthur, like in terms of like actually the lore and stuff, because I don't know if this is probably not accurate. I don't go here. I just like this movie. And then I found out that so there's a show on Paramount Plus called Blindness. I found out that was on physical media, and I was like, oh, if that's got a physical release, you know what also has a physical release? Now, when I went to look for it, I was not expecting a steel book, but season 1 of Tulsa King. Now, you've been here long enough, you know that I have complicated things with the show, and that season 2 was on the bottom of my shows that I watched last year that were new, and I still stand by that statement, but I own this now, and I don't know, man. Here we are. The things I do because of Hot Men, really should just be the title of my memoir. Anyway, that's all. Well, yeah, that's all I got in February. There's another thing, but I don't want to get it. So I'm gonna show it in March. I think it's what I'm gonna do because I'm lazy right now, to be honest. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out and watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.